Hey everyone, we're just going live for a quick one this evening to open one of these, this here Challenger deck. Today I have my phone on volume, just so I could chat along with you. And there we go. So bear with. Don't know if anyone's actually in here yet. Say hello if you are. I'll give people a few minutes to join. Doobie-doobie-doo. So yeah, we're going to go live today and just open up one of this here Challenger deck. I'm not really sure what's inside, to be honest, other than the characters. So we'll get to see that. Get to see what's in the collector booster. Hey Bale Dale Farrell, welcome to the chat. It's just me today. So yeah, we'll just we'll have to open this up and see what's inside. Give people a couple of minutes to join because we've just obviously posted everywhere to let everyone know we're on. But yeah, I'm excited to see what's in there. I know there's some cards that share with the main set. But I think it's mostly unique cards, and then obviously we've got the two characters, then we've got the collector booster and everything in it. So yeah, I mean I'm assuming there's one of those little booklets in so you can see what card you get in there. Obviously only one challenger this time around, usually there's the two. So this isn't an official UVS sponsored stream, box opening. Hopefully we've got that coming soon. This is just one I picked up from my LGS, Hastings Board Game Cafe Museum. Obviously, if anyone ever wants to come down and jam some Universes, feel free to hit me up or on the Discord or in chat or whatever. And yeah, happy to have anyone come along and join, or whether that's learn the game or just playing locals or playing any of our events. But yeah, okay, well, let's go ahead and crack into this and see what's in it. Now, I need to remember what Zoe said about opening this. I can't remember what it was. I think it was opening it at the top, so taking off the sellotape. Probably cutting through the sellotape would have been better, but I wasn't clever enough to have a knife handy. Hopefully you can hear me okay in chat. I haven't got my full stupid arm mic plugged in because my laptop only has so many USB ports, and I have to plug in the webcam for this. Oh, we're gonna fail at this, aren't we? Right. Brute force and stupidity it is. Okay. Right, there's a little gold collector booster. Pop this to one side. You will obviously save this to a last. So there's our deck in its little protective packaging. Get that out. Chuck that over to one side, and then we got our little booklet. So we'll have a look at this first. So yeah, we've got Erin Armament. Obviously Erin's two-sided, Armament isn't. So obviously Erin transforming into the Attack Titan Ferocious Challenger. I mean, whether you like or dislike the artwork from this stuff, like the manga artwork in this, like the Titans do look pretty terrifying, right? I don't know how well you can see that on the camera, but just the Attack Titan's face is pretty unnerving with like a two-tiered jaw. And yeah, obviously then goes through a list of what's in here. And then we've got, we won't spoil what we could get as our alt arts. I think there's some we can get as just foil versions. And then there's like the proper alt arts, which I think are the pearls and obviously alt art characters. So yeah, we'll have to see what those come in later. And yeah, I've been fortunate enough to open a both a pearl and an obsidian from the main set, and they do look just very, very good. So yeah, so we start off with, so we've got Erin, our promising scout, and like I say, so you can see that better there. Just the two-tiered jaw is terrifying and unnerving. Yeah, so what does he do? So Erin Jaeger promising scout, so he's air and fire 632. Your turn, enhance your turn, flip 1 foundation. This attack gets +1 damage and +1 speed. Form, if you have 8 or more face down foundations, transforming. So yeah, just need to get to 8 and then you get to pick when you do it. And then when you transform into him, you draw 2 cards and then sacrifice the face down for +3/+3. So very much like similar to sort of a fat gun in that, you know, it's when you transform it over, that's the time you're going in, right? You're going to go in, draw 2 cards, hopefully fling 5-6 attacks, give everything +2/+3 and blow them up. And then we've got Armin. So enhance, discard 1 card or flip 1 foundation. If you did, this attack gets +2 damage. And then add 1 foundation from a stage to your hand. This attack gets +2 speed. 721 with air and order. So just manipulating that stage. So discarding cards for +2 damage is fine. Flipping a foundation for +2 damage is fine. Adding a foundation from your stage to hand for +2 speed is fine. Does that add up to something good? I don't know. But just, you know, you commit a foundation to pass your check, flip it for +2 damage, add your hand +2 speed. You're not really down too many resources for then +2/+2, and you can always then just rebuild it if you need to. So might be okay. Not sure. Not sure on Armin. So then obviously you've got our ultra rares at the start. So we've got an action in here. So we've got support of your friends. So it's a 3/5 with a 1 mid block. Apologies if the camera is a little bit potatoey. It's not the best webcam. So yeah, it's a support your friend. So it's an ally. This is on air. So response, remove before your attack's block step. It gets +2 speed, +2 damage, and form, draw 2 cards. I don't know how I feel about this one. Like, form, draw 2 cards is quite nice, but it is obviously clogging your card pool. So, you know, maybe you play your 1 or 2 attacks. You've stopped and you're maybe going to build a bit, and you sort of weave one of these in to sort of refill the hand a little bit, maybe. And but like the hand trap of +2/+2, they don't see coming. You know, they manipulate speed down just enough that they can block it, or just enough damage reduction so they survive. And then it's like, you know, a sneaky +2/+2. I could see this sort of being a one-off in a constructed deck, just as a like that hand trap of, oopsie, this is bigger or faster than you thought it was. But yeah, so we get 2 of those. Then got a rare asset, our reloadable swords. So it's a 2/4 with a 1 mid block. It's got the weapon keyword on air again. I don't know, is this all on air? Just as a quick scan through. Yeah, this is. Oh no, we got some on Infinity, but it looks like the entire deck is air based. So for our air symbol fans, this is obviously a good one for you. So yeah, reloadable swords. You cannot play more than 1 of this card's abilities during each enhanced step. So pick your poison every enhanced step. So enhance, this attack gets +1 damage. Enhance, spend momentum, this attack gets +3 damage. Enhance, sacrifice, this attack gets +3 speed. Seems okay. Like, it's an asset, so assets obviously have always the downside of they can't pass checks unless you're Mimic. But a 3+1 on everything seems fine. Not exciting, especially as a 4 check. Spending momentum +3 damage, so that effectively one off powerful 3 and everything seems okay. and sacrificing +3 speed seems okay. Not something I'm overly excited about. Yes. The characters only match on air, right? So Erin is obviously air and fire, and Erwin is air and order. So obviously, I guess that makes sense for everything to have the air symbol. But we then have our ultra attack, clearing the way. So a 6 difficulty, 3 check, 1 high block, 6 high for 6. If this card, it's got static. If this card is cleared from your card pool during a combat phase, build it face down committed. And response, after this attack deals damage, clear it from your card pool. So they're really priced into blocking this one, right? Because if they take any sort of damage from it, not only does it clear itself and clear your progressive, but you then go +1 in foundations. Pretty good, like it's reasonable stats. Like you really want to get this one to hit, right? For it to, because otherwise it's just, you're paying that 6 diff cost. Like 6 high 6 is fine, but again, not exciting. Yeah, I don't know in terms of like Armin and Erin, which one I prefer. Like Erin is fine, but is a bit Spike, right? Like did some, doing similar things to what Spike did, but has that kind of fat gum to I transform when I kill you kind of end game that Spike didn't really have. Armin is just a bit more tricksy, but I think the thing with Armin is not having defense on face as a 7-hand. It was a bit scary, especially in a world where people are maybe trying to fling there maybe the 8-9 diff attacks at you. So yeah, we'll have to see about like whether Armin's actually any good. I think Erin's maybe the most interesting one, but obviously you're flipping your foundations, you're losing all your resources to actually do anything or interact with the game. So they're both very aggressively minded characters, right? They don't do anything defensively. So we've got our rare foundation, Battlefield Aid. It's a 3/5 with a 2 low block. Response flip, after your attack is completely blocked, clear it from your card pool. So a reprint of one of the foundations from set 1, pretty much, I think. Oh no, that one was, if it wasn't blocked, you get to clear it. I can't remember, I think. But it's sort of a back and go one thing, right? So when it was blocked, you got to clear it. So it's sort of a freebie. You fling this thing out, either they block it, in which case you get to clear it. Obviously, is a combo with our previous card, right? Puts them in a damned if they do, damned if they don't. Either they block this, in which case you can either they completely block it, in which case you flip this, clear it, build it, done, or it deals damage, in which case it clears itself, build it, done, right? So sort of covers both bases there. Is fine, again, aggressively minded, as I'm assuming we're going to see plenty of the stuff in here. It's probably going to be quite an aggressive deck, I'd imagine. It's clearing is a powerful ability, but it is a 3 diff, right? 2 low block isn't bad, so might be okay. We then got another rare foundation, so we got Erin's Sidestep. So that is a 2/5 with a 3 high block. Enhanced flip, this attack gets -2 speed. If it's completely blocked, draw a card. Flip for -2 is pretty decent. We were happy playing Fast Friendship, which is very similar. Obviously, sometimes that was -3. This is obviously a 2 diff as well. But if we can block it, and if we're flipping for the minus speed, then obviously we're pricing ourselves into blocking it. Drawing a card on it is pretty nice. So, yeah, I can see that being like something people might consider playing. 3 high block isn't amazing, but pretty solid sort of defensive effect. So we then have a rare attack, so Titan Armbar, so one of the big boys, so 7 diff, 3 check, 2 high block. So unfortunately not a 4 check on this one, as we've seen with some of these big attacks in the set. It is a Titan, and it's got stun 2. It's a 5 high 5. 5 stun 2 for 7. This better have some really good text on it in order for me to want to play that. And then it just has a static. All these cards in your card pool, your attack gets +2. Your attacks get +2 damage. Okay. It is also Infinity Symbol, which you'll know. I think most of the Titan cards are. Yeah, that manga art where they're just it is an armbar. I really want someone to sort of do an alternate art version of this with Chris Jericho doing arm bars. Anyway, any pro wrestling fans understand the reference. But yeah, obviously, +2 damage on everything if you're flipping out a load of attacks is going to be quite powerful. Like, that can rack up to 2, 4, 6, 8 damage over the course of the turn. The issue is you played a 7 diff, and you check a 3 on this. You're not playing any more attacks. You just committed 4 foundations for your first thing, right? So it sort of works against itself just with that 7. Like, I'd almost rather this be a lower statted, a lower difficulty, and it just being a bit more meager of an attack. Obviously, it's got the stun 2, so this is like, this has opener all written all over it, right? It's got the stun 2, 7 diff. You definitely want to play it early without any progressive. And you want to pass on the stats, everything else, but it's still a 7, right? I'm hard pressed to find myself wanting to play sort of these high difficulty attacks in standard, and they really need to be doing a thing on their own. This needing to be followed up by 2 or 3 attacks to really justify the cost. When it's difficult to pay that cost and then play 2 or 3 attacks. It's tricky. Not sold on that one. So then we've got an uncommon attack. And I guess this is one way we could play attacks after our 7 diff, right? Is we're playing maybe those low difficulty, so your 3s and 2s that we've been seeing in this set. So Crash Through, so 3 difficulty, 3 check, 3 mid block. It's a 0 mid for 3. It is a throw, and response after attack deals 3 or more damage, your rival spends on momentum. So, a good one to pass that damage on to, right? I guess that's the joke here is you play armbar, you commit a couple of foundations for it, you then play this, it gets the +2 damage, which means it's a 5. So unless they've got damage reduction, it's doing the 3, they spend momentum. But, yeah, I don't see this seeing play. Your opponent never wants to block this, I guess. It is a bit of momentum hate, so maybe it does. The block zone, if it had a better block in it, I'd be a bit more in, but just a 3 mid is very unexciting on it. I assume that's some sort of one of the Titans crashing through one of the walls on there. Again, as you'll see with all the sort of manga art, the colorized manga art on these things, they're all going to be blue. So this is a very, very blue challenger deck, right? Because it's air symbol. So that's what we expect for this set. And then like the Titan ones have the different colorization because they're infinity, right? So we got 3 of these as one of them commons. We then got a common attack, driven aerial smash. So it's a 4 difficulty 3 check, 1 mid block, 4 mid for 4. Blitz, if an attack has dealt damage this turn, this attack gets +2 speed. If this just read 4 difficulty, 6 mid for 4, I don't know whether I'd want to play it anyway. And the fact that the +2 speed is conditional, it's got no keywords, I'm off it. It's a common, but it's got a nice 1 mid block, but that's what it's got going for it. Yeah, this isn't going to see any play. Yeah, I'm not playing a 4 difficulty 6 mid 4 that does nothing else. So, yes, yeah. I think, are these a little bit more colorized than the main set being in here? I don't know. Again, I haven't spent too long with the set, but like, yeah, it's just like, obviously, I suppose that's the thing that they obviously want to get from the color identity, right, in terms of the art, is that you can tell, and I could have told if I'd done that scan through quickly, like, this is an air deck, right? It's all blue. It's on air. We know that because of the colorization. And, you know, it's quite a... It's a thing. How good that thing is, I don't know. Like that's sort of more of a personal opinion thing, but but you know, you can tell this is an air deck, right? Just by looking through the cards without necessarily reading each one of them. So we have first official kill, another uncommon attack, another 3 difficulty, 3 check, 3 high for 3 with a 2 high block, powerful 3 charge, and then deadlock blitz at the top card, ejecting momentum. This one feels like it's pretty nice if you're doing the 3 difficulty thing, which I do want to try, right? I do want to give the whole 3 difficulty thing a go. I'm not sure on who. Like, could be on Aaron, might be on Levi. But just being able to sort of fling this as your 3 difficulty move after you've exhausted them at blocks, and then say, okay, I'll powerful 3 it 4 times. It's coming in for 15 on a 3 diff. Like, that seems pretty nice. Like, and like a 3 high 3 isn't completely embarrassing for a 3 diff. And then, yeah, just a powerful 3. Connie and Shambles, why? Because I didn't have Connie as one of my options. I mean, I played Levi at the pre-release and I quite enjoyed playing him, so that's sort of why I sort of gravitated there. So then we have Titanic Haymaker, another common attack. A 4 difficulty 3 check, 1 low block, 5 low for 3. It's got powerful 2, no other keywords. And then deadlock blitz, draw 2 cards. Pretty basic common attack, right? It's like just a powerful 2. But I like the fact that it's got the little deadlock on it, right? A little deadlock blitz, draw 2 cards. Like a little something extra. It's got a pretty high speed. Like, again, I don't see it seeing play in Constructed. Maybe in, like, Spotlight. Just because it's got reasonable stats on the 4 diff. It's got a really nice 1 low block. Powerful 2 is decent. And then just that little bit of deadlock just adds that little extra spice that warms me to the card, you know? Just move that over here. So some of these cards, obviously the main set, like I'm sure I've seen first official kill from the main set, but I might be wrong. We then got our first foundation, so adapt strategy is a common. So 1 diff 5 check, 2 mid block. Enhanced flip, if your attack speed is below printed, draw 1 card. Air's got plenty of card draw. It's just this is just next in the line. Not unreasonable, but a little bit too situational, I think, for Constructed purposes. I think Air's got plenty of other 1 diff flip draw cards that it doesn't necessarily need this, but could fill a gap. Like a 2 mid block isn't embarrassing, so this is fine. Again, it's just a flip, sometimes draw a card. It's okay. We then got effective punishment, a 3 difficulty 6 check, 2 mid block. Enhanced flip, if it's your first attack this turn, it gets +4 damage. I don't like it unless you're leading with a throw or something. My issue here is like if you're trying to play like low difficulty tribal, like you're playing these 3 diffs, you want to be able to get to the point where you tax them and then put that on. Like if it was just flip for +4 damage or something, like maybe a first enhanced flip for +4 damage, but it doesn't have to be the first attack. Just because you've got to go all in on a 3 diff, I'm not sold. I mean, it's got the 6 check, but yeah, I'm not convinced on that one. But yeah, I do like the fact that we're looking at this here. We're seeing all the blue in all of this sort of manga art. Just the way that Zoe and her team have just sort of colorized, given these things, these color schemes. Clearing the way in a pony deck. Could be. You could play this in pony, obviously, as long as you've built it up enough that you can do the thing. It's just whether we're in market for these sort of stats, Yeah, I don't know, because you can get to those the counters and stuff reasonably quickly. I mean, it's possible. I don't know actually. I guess you can give it stats to make it hit. I mean, Pony just wants to be clearing stuff as much as possible, right? On like a kill turn to build up a critical mass of attacks and counters, and then just go in. But yeah, I mean, I could see it. Like, could very well see playing Pony just as a way of benefiting from using those counters to clear. But it's whether you're in the market for a 6 difficulty, 6 high 6. Really, I think is the main question. The other stuff is sort of gravy. We then have Failed Rescue. So 2 difficulty, 5 check, 3 high block. Enhance remove, this attack gets +3 speed. Solid. Like, remove for +3 speed is fine. Not a lot to say about it. Like, it's not the most exciting. And then, I do have some little flavour text on this one. Its wounds heal instantly if I can't slice through. Sasha Blouse. And that's what her trying to cut through the neck of a Titan, I'm assuming, on that art. With like a weirdly oversized. Honestly, the Titans freak me out just with the way they look. But yeah, remove for +3 speed is okay. I'm never a huge fan of like going down, like spending uncommitted resources offensively. But +3 is a reasonable chunk of stats, so But I'm not sure that I'll necessarily see much playing. We then got Keeping Watch for the Titans. 1 difficulty, 5 check, 3 high block. Enhanced commit. Obviously, as you see, we've now got the commit symbol, so that's new. Well, and I say, as you can see, I don't know whether you can on my potato camera. Not sponsored by Sasha. So yeah, enhanced commit. This attack gets -2 speed. If it has a printed difficulty 7 or greater, it gets -3. Yeah, I mean, enhanced commit for -2 is totally fine, right? We've got plenty of this effect, and if sort of these 7 diff greater attacks become a thing in the meta, then I could see this being because commit for -3 is really nice. So yeah, I mean, it's a solid, like, just spam for commit for -2. We've got plenty of those all over the place, so just another one in that sort of collection. Just move stuff over a bit. We got Raw. 0-5, 3 high block with some flavor text. It's fine. Sometimes you need a high block 0 diff. That's it. Sometimes you need some zeros. I'm pretty sure this is one of the main set reprint ones. It's just a 0. Sometimes you need zeros. I'm okay with them making the zeros very, very modest. And they really have in this set because they're just blank. We then got Scouts Downtime. So 2 difficulty, 5 check, 2 low block. After you play this foundation, gain 1 health. Unexciting, especially on a 2 diff. Like on a 1 diff spam, like maybe if you're desperate in the need of like some good low blocks and you maybe have some live game synergy, but other than that, I don't see this seeing any play. in Scouts, Downtime is named after an AOT chapter. This one, or Raw. But yeah, this one's fine. I don't think it's any play. I think it's just too modest of an effect on a 2-diff. We've then got Skilled Swordsmanship, so a 1/5 with a 2 low. Enhanced Flip, your attack with a printed difficulty 4 or less gets +2, 4 or less gets +2 speed. Pretty decent. Flip for +2 speed on a spam foundation. You know, been wanting to be playing a lot of 4s and 3s, especially in the context of this deck. But I think that's sort of one of the identities the air symbol has this set, is that kind of low difficulty attack spam. So, you know, giving one of them +2 speed on a spam foundation for just the flip cost is pretty reasonable. I don't mind it. We then got Vertical Training, a 1/4 with a 4 low block. This better be good. Deadlock form, sacrifice, clear up to 2 cards from your card pool, and it also has Breaker 2. Huh. I don't know how I feel about this, right? The Deadlock form is very, very good, and you know, is something that your opponent is going to want to dance around, because it just means you can kill them through progressive, like. But Breaker 2 on a 4 low block, like Breaker 2 is really nice, but 4 low block, I could see maybe being a cheeky one-off or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this card. But the reason we don't have Potato emote is because you run the channel mostly and therefore control the emote. So that's entirely on you. We've then got Attack Titan's Wide Swinging Blow. Just punching him out of the manga art panel frame there. So it's a 5/3, 5 difficult 3 check, 2 low block, 5 low for 3. It's got Titan. It's an Infinity card, obviously being a Titan card, and then Blitz. You may flip 1 foundation, and this attack gets +1 damage for each of your ready face down foundations. So a little bit frog lashing-esque, except it doesn't sort of ready everything and then do loads of stuff. But yeah, just could be coming in for a lot of damage, right? You know, especially under Erin, and possibly even Armin, where we're flipping a lot of our stage. So it's like a flip 1 foundation, get +5 damage, because there is no cap on it, right? So, you know, flipping a foundation for, say, 5 damage, so a 5 low for 8, not unreasonable. Not amazing, but not horrid. And then our last card here is effectively a Titan foundation, as it is on the Infinity symbol. So Attack Titan Strength, a 2/5 with a 2 high block. Enhanced Commit, your attack gets +1 speed. If it deals damage, your rival commits 1 face down foundation. I don't like it. Commit for +1 speed is not a rate I like to be paying. And like, if it deals a commit a face down, sure, but just on a 2 diff commit for +1 speed is not the sort of rate I want to be paying on my cards, I'm afraid. Again, thinking about constructed. So yeah, that's our deck. So again, I would say mostly sort of aggressively minded in terms of trying to just kind of lead off with like either Clearing the Way or a Titan Armbar, or maybe one of these guys, the Attack Titan, and then just try and string out as many of these 3s and 4s as possible. And yeah, and maybe like, yeah, just poke a few times with some of these things, get a couple of momentum, and then smash in, and then sometimes get them with the support of your friends. And yeah, just plenty of sort of damage pump. So, you know, this just +1 damage and everything. And, you know, if you're playing 4 or 5 attacks, this could be a lot of damage over the course of a turn. But and obviously, Eren and Armin are both adding stats on face to their attacks. And I think they very much want to be able to sculpt for that sort of kill turn. Because they're going to otherwise they're very quickly going to run out of resources, right? But yeah, then I guess we've got the exciting bit, right? What's in here? What's in the box? Is it Gwyneth Paltrow? Isayama, yeah, it's Hajime Isayama. I always forget the chap's name who did obviously did the artwork, did the manga for this. Isayama. Okay, I'm going to remember that for next time, and by that I mean I'm old and I won't, and I'll forget. But yeah, so let's see what we got in here. And I'm not going to use any sort of that's spoilers one way around, any sort of kitchen equipment to open this. And if you want to know what I mean by that, check out the shorts that are coming on our channel. Bit of foreshadowing. Now, I don't know where the hit is going to be. Usually it has, if it's anything like the Godzilla ones, and I think even for the Critical Role Challenger decks, there's usually like 5 foil versions of cards in the set, and then 1 alt hit. So let's see. Okay, so we started off with a Scout's Downtime. So again, this is just a foil version of our common foundation. We then got a foil effective punishment. So again, another common foundation. Trying to do this without any sort of spoilers. So again, these are just foil versions of those cards. Driven Aerial Smash, the card I completely trashed when we looked at it. Again, just a foil version. Oh, we got an alt. Oh, we have got an alt version of Battlefield Aid. So this is the sort of pearl version, but not quite as well done. Like you know, the effect isn't quite the same as like the pearls on the ultra rares from the set, because it's just a rare foundation. So I will let me find the basic version. Just so you can compare them. There we go. So it's just like the oh, I spoiled the next card. So effectively it's just had the sort of colour drained out of it, so we're back to probably virtually what it would look like in the manga itself. And you see we've still got the sort of text box here, so we've still got the sort of the card based stuff, right? So the textbooks here, which we don't have on the UR alts on the main set. But yeah, this is a pretty one of the sort of better cards in the set, I think. So a nice reasonable hit. Sadly no character though. I think that'll be our hit from this, yeah. And then we've got an uncommon here, so the attack type stringing blow, and then the first official kill as another foil. So that was our hit from our collector pack. Oh, and looks like Brett has made a potato emote for the channel, so good work. And obviously it's got bloody googly eyes. So yeah, and then let's have a quick butchers at what we got in here. So these are what you can get as your alternates. So you've got the the Eren sidestep, Battlefield Aid, clearing the way. So I think it's just all of the rares and ultra rares. So, oh no, not quite actually. Oh yeah, so you got reloadable swords. You can get Battlefield Aid, Support of Your Friends, Clearing the Way, Eren and the Sidestep, and Titan Armbar. Yeah, so it's all the rares and ultra rares you can get as an alternate, the alt art, and then obviously the characters. And the characters are going to be the ones that are the sort of chase ones here, right? They generally always are. So yeah, that's the Challenger deck for for Attack on Titan. Yeah, that's our alt art from the pack. So I think you should get one alt art in every one of the collector boosters, just so you got effectively 8 different options. So yeah, what do we think? It's pretty cool. As usual, like for a challenger deck, not everything is necessarily going to see sort of standard play, but I think just as a product, just having that blue theming go through it, I think is very nice. And yeah, the characters are interesting. I think Erin, I think I like the idea of him having that that kind of fat gum to flip, 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 blow you up. Yeah, but yeah, as usual with challenger decks, everything has a 2 copy minimum, so you would need 2 copies to get a full play set. But yeah, I think that'll do it for this evening. Just a quick one, just to open one of these and see how they are on channel. Obviously, hopefully we should have some sort of official box openings coming later on in the week, and then whenever Brett is free to do the next version of the pod. Obviously, hopefully this will get uploaded to YouTube. So if you are watching on YouTube, do all the usual algorithm things like comment, subscribe, all that stuff. It really helps. Only takes 2 seconds just to click the little thumb button, and it really helps us as a channel. So much appreciated, and obviously much appreciated for watching. Obviously, if you are in Twitch chatting along, then thanks for being here this evening. And yeah, come check us out on twitch.tv/UKversus. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.